Now, since we just finished up with the library, before we go to the development, start actually working on our images, I'm going to show you the map module. What you'll notice in Lightroom 2 is a lot of things that you're going to use are not in the order you're going to use them. Just because it's in that order in Lightroom doesn't mean it's the order you want to use it in. Library, develop, map. Now I want to go library to the map, and then we'll start to develop the images. It's just the way things are laid out isn't necessarily the most convenient and efficient workflow. So anyway, now we're going to get to the map module. When we're working with the folders, what you're going to do is import. Now this is our first import, so we brought in a lot of folders. But since you're going to be working on one shoot at a time, as you shoot it, you bring it in. You'll be on your folder, and then you can go to the map. Only the images in the folder will be available under the map module. Also, you'll always be able to access photos and collections in any module that you're working in. But now we go to the map, we're only on the folder we're in or the collections. So let's take a look at the map. When we first get into the map, you're going to see the entire globe here. And if you haven't used this yet, it's going to ask you, once you start to use it, to enable reverse geocoding. Go ahead and make sure you enable that so this function works. Now, we're going to find ourselves on the map where we took this particular set of images. And again, I'm in the folder, so I only see the 34. I know all of my photos in this entire run were taken at the same location. So we're going to go ahead and find it. I've already put them there a little bit ago, but we're just going to zoom in. You find yourself or your shoot location on the globe, zoom right on into it, and we highlight the photos that you want. So Windows, Control A, Mac, I believe, is Command A to highlight and select all the images if they're all from the same location. Drag and drop them where they're going to go, and you get a pin. If I had one taken here, it's extremely specific, so I can put them very close to where they're going. I know that wasn't right, but let's say I zoom down in and I know this photo here was actually taken in this exact parking space, over a couple of feet, down a couple feet. See, I can be specific to the foot on this map, which is amazingly specific. You're able to track exactly where you took your photos from. So if you wanted to go back later in the future and reshoot that photo, this also allows you to have your geocoding embedded in your metadata upon exporting of your final image, so it'll show up with Google, Yahoo search algorithms and people's search patterns, and you'll be more relevant on the internet at the same time. And it's just fun to be able to know where you took your photos and show everybody your map of traveling around and shooting. Down to the street corner, down to the foot on the street, so you know exactly where you were. Okay, that's the map module. On the right side again, you can adjust your metadata information, basically, so you can adjust your addresses. If your camera had the GPS module, it would show up in it. If it didn't, well, we'd have all the information. This one photo I left off. We can see there's no GPS, so I'm going to drag and drop it to that same pin. And that's going to put it to the exact same location, which is my studio. One extra thing here in the map module that you're able to do is, since this is my photo studio, and if any of you are in Southern California and need one, I do teach workshops here at the studio, and it is available for rent. Yep, sales pitch. Okay, left side, saved locations. You're able to add a location. Name the location. You select the size of the radius of the location and create it. Is it private for just you, or is it open for the world to know that location? And then create it. I already created this location. This location is Calista Imaging Studios. Our studio, Calista Imaging Studios, is right here. But it's not the entire building. We're this chunk of the building. So I'll just reduce my radius to that exact location. And I'll drop all the photos I do at the studio in this circle. And that'll tag everyone right to us. There you go. That's the map module. Now we're going to go back to the library to select a folder, and then we'll start in on developing.